win, but it was a strange game. It was a game of two halves. You had you got a good start. The middle of the first half was a bit funny, and then you got those two tries just before half time, which was crucial. And then the second half, sometimes you get a bit lost.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think that's a fair comment. I think the reason for that was purely simply that we hadn't won in 5 weeks, and we got in front of the scoreboard very early, and we sort of didn't really know how to finish the game off. And to our credit, we just hung in there and did enough to score the final try of the game. But yeah, you'd be right in saying it was a game of two halves, but I think that was the end result of 5 weeks without a win.
Well, Cardi even mentioned, like, it does sound a bit funny that sometimes when you get too much ball, you get a bit lost with it.
Yeah.
And at times there, I mean, one particular ruck, Scotty Fitz got up to, and there was no one anywhere, and they just looked all at sea. But you hung in, that was the main thing.
Yeah. Oh, the most pleasing part for us, we'd only missed, I think, 7 tackles or 5 tackles in the first half, and we were grinding our way. And when we had the ball in hand, we were doing some good things, positive things with it. And in the second half, we went away from that a little bit. We stopped. Our ruck variations, disappeared. We had people weren't pushing up like they were in the first half, which meant that they didn't have many decisions to make defensively, which they were getting momentum and excitement out of that they weren't troubled too much in defence in the second half. So we started to paddle and started to turn the ball over a little bit, and they had some opportunities.
You hear different coaches talk what you just said, them grinding away. As a coach or coaching staff, how do you instill it into a team to be able to get into the grind and hold, stay in the game?
Oh, I think it helps with the mindset of your strength and conditioning coaches. Your Billy Johnsons are very tough, regimented men, and John Cartwright's the same. And we just work hard, and as long as you continue to turn up with the right approach and the right attitude, you can wrestle and grind your way in a result. But we definitely got too negative in the second half. We sort of just tried to do that without playing football at the same time, and thankfully we didn't pay a price.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Forgetting the big kick of Scotty's had hit the crossbar, but the kicking game in that first half was quite good.
Oh, yeah,
really good kicking.
I thought our kicking game in the first half with Josh as well took a lot of pressure off Scotty with a couple of long kicks. And so that was probably the difference. Their kicking game, they weren't building pressure, and their kicks were going dead, whereas ours were staying in the field of play, and we were building momentum off the back of that. Important where you start your set of 6, and fortunately for us, we were starting our sets of 6 in fairly good field position, whereas in the first half anyway, whereas their sets were starting, deep in their own territory, and we were allowed to get on the front foot probably from that. Kicking game certainly helped.
It is a game of inches, as you say, though. I mean, Robbie Farah's 40-20 misses by that much, and then, of course, I think Benji didn't put the kick out.
Yeah, exactly right.
They're big things, aren't they?
Yeah. They're massive turning points. Had that, who knows? Had that have gone out, they might have built some momentum and pressure off that. But fortunately for us, it was our night tonight.
Yeah, just as a point of interest with that young Josh Lewis, I know he was in the state league team early in the week.
Yeah.
But he got his way back in the team, and Cardi spoke about his defence. Is it a major problem for you with his defence? Was it just an adjustment?
No, I don't think it's a major. Josh is very young, playing his first real season of first grade, and he's made a few adjustments to his game, and he'll make more in the near future. And no one's going to crucify him for making errors. We're just going to do our best and keep working hard on him and his technique. Yeah.
Well, it was a good win, and thanks for talking.